Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host, Miss Mags, is here. Going to be doing another game from the Diamond Mine Baseball All-Time ELO Greatest Teams Tournament. It's going to be today. We're going to feature a game between the 1989 Oakland Athletics, World Champion Athletics, and the 2004 St. Louis Cardinals, who were runners-up to the Boston Red Sox, who won the World Series in 2004. So I'll be playing as the home team, which will be the 2004 St. Louis Cardinals. ID gesture will like that. I'm playing the Cardinals, and again, I will try to play this game as fair as possible. I was debating whether or not to play Oakland instead of St. Louis, as I am not a big Cardinals fan, but I decided to try it out and go with what I would say I was going to do. The only time I'm not going to play the home team, well, only two times, is when, number one, is when there's a Red Sox team playing and they're the visitor. I'll play the Red Sox. And when there's a Yankee home team and there's not two Yankee teams playing, then I will play the team that is not the Yankees. Since there are a lot of Yankees teams in this playoff here, on occasion I'm sure there'll be a Yankee versus Yankee, and then I will play the home team. Anyway, on the hill for the St. Louis Cardinals is going to be Matt Carpenter. The lineup for the visiting Oakland Athletics is going to be as follows: Luis Polonia, and this team will be played by the computer, so the computer picked the lineup here. Luis Polonia, the left fielder, bats first. Carney Lansford, the third baseman, bats second. Tony Phillips at second base will bat third. Stan Javier will bat cleanup and play right field. Mark McGwire, the first baseman, hits fifth, batting sixth. Walt Weiss, the shortstop. Is it Ray Hassey? I think it's Ray Hassey for some reason I want to say. No, Ron Hassey. It's Ray Fosse. That's right. Ron Hassey. Behind the plate, bats seventh. Dave Henderson, the Red Sox hero from 1986, hits eighth. And on the mound, the very tough Sammy Stewart. So, Carpenter on the hill. Behind him is going to be Langford in the outfield, Langford in left, Edmonds in center, and Sanders in right. In the infield, it's going to be Roland Renteria, Womack, and Pujols. And behind the plate is the manager of the St. Louis Cardinals, Mike Matheny. So that is your lineup for the, defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. And again, this is the shape of the Cardinals' home field here. So, alright, so let's get this game underway. So Chris Carpenter comes in with a 15-5 record on the season. In 2004, 346 earned run average, 182 innings pitched, 169 hits allowed, 24 homers allowed, 38 walks, and 152 strikeouts. Left-handed batters are hitting .268 against him, and righties just .226. So Luis Polonia steps in the box first. He hit .286 in 1989 with a homer and 17 runs batted in. And here we go. So Carpenter peers in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's into the hole. Diving Renteria. But when he gets to his feet, bobbles the ball. And we'll have no play. So they're going to score that a single. So Polonia reaches. And Polonia is very good at stealing bases and as excellent runner. So Pujols will hold him on. Mike Matheny is average range, but very good arm. I think we're just going to hit away here. So Carney Lansford up now. Played for the Red Sox previously. In 1989, hit .336 with 2 homers and 52 runs batted in. As Pujols holds Polonia on. Carpenter will throw over. Quick move to first, and Polonia dives head first. The tag. And he's safe. So close play. So Lansford back in the box. Here's the pitch. Runner's going. A little nubber. Hit into the left fungo circle. So 0-1 the count, as Polonia was off on the pitch. Carpenter eyes Polonia. Here's the 0-1. Polonia breaks for second. The pitch is a strike. Matheny throws a second. Low throw. Womack takes the throw on one hop. The tag. And he gets him. Oh yeah, I forgot that I am the one that's playing St. Louis. So, Matheny throws out Polonia trying to steal. So 1 down now. 0-2 count on Lansford. 2-strike delivery. Line drive to second. Goes through for a single. So Lansford is on the second hit for the Oakland Athletics. So that was a big play throwing out Polonia at second, as that could have been a run there. At the very least, there would have been runners at first and third with nobody out. But instead, it's a run on first with 1 down. So Pujols will hold him on. And Lansford is average at stealing bases, very good at running. So we're going to throw over there. Try to keep him close. And he beats the throw to the bag. So here's the 3-1 pitch. Hit fairly deep. Actually, not that deep at all. Edmonds comes in and makes the play. So 2 down now for Stan Javier. I remember him playing for the Giants in the 90s. So switch hitting Stan Javier will hit lefty against, as Phillips hit lefty also. So Javier comes in. He hit .248 in 1989 with a homer and 28 runs batted in. Not so sure why they have him batting cleanup with not much power at all. I think I would definitely have McGwire hit cleanup. So an interesting lineup there picked by the computer. Lansford gets his lead. 0-2 pitch. Javier's hitting the foot. So Carpenter not very happy with that call. He didn't think it hit him. Or he didn't think at least he didn't think he tried to get out of the way. So to put runners on first and second for Mark McGwire. McGwire hit just .231 in 1989, but with 33 homers and 95 runs batted in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball, grounded to the left side to short. Renteria routinely to first, and McGwire is retired 6-3. So that'll do it for the Athletics in the first, and Athletics nothing, and St. Louis coming up. Dave Stewart on the hill. Stewart comes in. He had a 21-9 record in 1989 with 3.32 earned run average, 257 2/3 innings pitched, 260 hits allowed, 23 homers, 69 walks, and 155 strikeouts. Pretty even splits as lefties hit .264 against them and righties .263. So the lineup for the Cardinals is going to be Womack at second base, will bat first. He'll be followed by Edgar Renteria, the shortstop, who would become a Red Sox in the 2005 season and did not last long in Boston. Pujols, the first baseman, bats third. Cleanup hitter is Jim Edmonds, the center fielder. Scott Rowland, the third baseman, hits fifth. Reggie Sanders, the right fielder, 6th. Ray Langford, the left fielder, will hit 7th. Mike Matheny, the current manager of the St. Louis Cardinals, hits 8th. And Matt Carpenter on the mound will hit 9th. So the defense behind Stewart is going to be Polonia in left, Henderson in center, Javier in right. Very good defensive outfield. In the infield, it's going to be Lansford, Weiss, Phillips, and McGwire. Strong up the middle and only fair along the lines. And Hasse behind the plate is fair with an average arm. Stewart on the mound average. So Womack hit .307 with 5 homers and 38 runs batted in 89. And he'll swing away against Stewart. Stewart looks in for the sign from Hasse. Ball 1 count. Here's the delivery. Line drive to the right side. Just past McGwire at first. Into the outfield for a hit. Javier gets it back in. So Womack on with the leadoff single. And Womack is speed excellent and running excellent. So I think we're gonna try to steal a bag here. Stewart steps off and throws the first. Womack takes off for second. Throw down. Womack slides. And he's out. Ugh. So Stewart thought something was on there. Womack left a bit too early. And becomes out number 1. So call that a caught stealing. So Renteria up now. Base is empty. Hit .287 with 10 homers and 72 runs batted in. Pitch is on the way. And tried to pull the outside pitch, and Weiss throws him out. So 2 down now, the base is empty. That most likely probably would have been a double play ball on that one anyway, but you never know. They might have played him and pitched him differently, so you can't always count on that. But 2 outs and the base is empty for Pujols. Pujols had a fine season in 2004. Hit .331 with 46 homers and 123 runs batted in. .415 on base percentage. Hit .379 against lefties and .319 against righties. So Pujols steps into the box. Stewart looks in for the sign from Hasse. Kicks and delivers. 0-1 count. Line into the gap and left. Polonia will circle around it. And Henderson cuts it off and holds Pujols to a single. So Pujols on with a 2-out single. Brings up Jim Edmonds. Edmonds hit .301 with 42 homers and 111 runs batted in. Had a great season. .293 against righties, .330 against the lefties. Stewart works from the stretch. 2-2 pitch. Long drive to left center. Polonia and Henderson race back, and nobody will get to it. It'll roll to the fence. Edmonds will try to make 3. Pujols will score. Throw comes in. And Edmonds is in the third with an RBI triple. So the Cardinals are on board first. 1-0. RBI triple by Jim Edmonds. Scott Rowland up now. Also hitting over 300 at .314 with 34 homers and 124 runs batted in. I believe his finest season. .371 against lefties and .302 against righties. .525 on base percentage against left-handed pitching too. Wow. So Stewart working from the stretch. Looks over to Edmonds. Kicks and delivers. 1-0 count. Swing and a blast. Deep to the gap in left center. And landing well up in the bleachers. So a 2-run homer for Scott Rowland. And that'll put the Cardinals on top 3-0 now. So just when it looked like Stewart was going to get out of it with no damage, Edmonds hits a triple and rolling a 2-run homer. So 3-0 St. Louis. Reggie Sanders up now, the number 6 hitter. Hit 260 with 22 homers and 67 runs batted in. 270 against righties, 230 against lefties. 1-2 count. Pitch from Smoke. Swung on and missed. Sanders had a late cut at it and is out number 3. So strikeout for Stewart. And after 1 full, it's St. Louis 3 and Oakland 0. Walt Weiss up now. He'll lead it off for Oakland here in the second. He'll bat lefty against the righty Carpenter. Weiss, a .233 hitter on the season with 3 homers and 21 runs batted in. .235 against the right-handed, .228 against the lefties. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a bounce to the third. Off the sinker. Roland backhands it, guns it, and gets him. So Roland, excellent defensive third baseman, gets him for out number 1. Ron Hassey up now. Ron Hassey hit just .228 with 5 homers and 23 runs batted in. .226 against righties, .235 against the lefties. 2-2 offering. Backdoor breaking ball. And swings and misses. He was late on that one. So 2 up and 2 down for the Oakland Athletics here in the second. Brings up Dave Henderson. .250 with 15 homers and 80 runs batted in 89. Hit just .235 against the righties, .287 against the lefties. Carpenter kicks and delivers. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball past the mound. Coming in is Womack. Takes it on a hop. And fires to first to get Henderson. So the Athletics go in order in the second. And after 1.5, it's St. Louis 3 and Oakland 0. It'll be Langford, Matheny, and Carpenter up against Stewart here in the second. Langford hit .255 with 6 homers and 22 runs batted in. .263 against the righties. Even .200 against the lefties. 2-strike pitch. And Langford hits it high, hits it deep. Well over the head of Henderson. Bounces off the wall. Henderson gathers it up. And Langford opens the St. Louis second with a double. So leadoff double for Langford. So far they've hit Stewart pretty hard. As Hassey goes out to talk to him. LaRusso out there joins him on the mound. LaRusso jogs back to the dugout with Hassey back behind the plate. Mike Matheny up now. Matheny hit .247 with 5 homers and 50 runs batted in 04. Hit .247 against both righties and lefties. 1-2 pitch. Hard grounder to the right side. McGwire takes it. Flips to the pitcher covering. Tie for the putout as Langford moves to third. So 1 out and a runner on third now. Brings up Carpenter. He can help himself with a fly ball here. Just an .081 hitter though. And 62 at bats. So let's see here. Can he? No, I don't want to try to squeeze. Let's just have him swing away. See if we can get a ground ball and get the run home. Langford average base running. So 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Carpenter. Only a look. And it cost him as he strikes out. So Carpenter strikes out. It's top of the order now. Womack up. 1-for-1. Womack with the RBI opportunity here. Stewart stares in. 1-0 count. Kick and delivery. Bouncer past Stewart. Taken in front by Weiss. And gets Womack first for out number 3. So it remains 3-0 St. Louis after 2. So, Stewart will bat here in the third, top of the third. It'll be Stewart, then top of the order, Polonia and Lansford. Stewart did not have any at-bats in 1989, as he was in an American League team, and they did not have any interleague games back then. So Stewart will come to the plate. 1-2 pitch. Hit down the line to Roland. Stewart is gone. So again, since we're playing in an American League park, National League park, the DH will not be used. The pitchers will have to hit no matter what the year is. So Ploney up now with 1 down. Polonia 1 for 1 today. Singled off Carpenter in the first. 2-strike pitch. Swung on. And missed. So Polonia goes down on strikes. Second K of the day for Carpenter. That brings up Carney Lansford. 1 for 1. 2-0 pitch. Lansford belts a fastball on the left field line. Left fielder Langford is chasing it. It'll be out of his reach. So that'll be extra bases. Langford will pull up the 2-out double. So that'll bring up Tony Phillips. Phillips 0 for 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Carpenter comes home. Phillips handcuffed. Sends a little chopper, 2-hopper to Carpenter. And flips over to Pujols for out number 3. So nothing doing for the Athletics in the third. And it remains St. Louis 3 and Oakland nothing as we head to the home half of the third. Renteria will lead it off for the Cardinals. Renteria 0 for 1 on the day. Stewart looks in for the sign from Hasse. No ball, 2-strike pitch on Renteria. Here it comes. Bounce just to the right of second. Phillips retires Renteria. So 1 down in the St. Louis third. Brings up Albert Pujols. He's 1 for 1. Base hit back in the first. 2-2 count. Smoke delivers. Shoots one over the left center field. Got himself another hit. So another single for Pujols. So runner on first with 1 down as McGwire holds him on. That'll bring up Edmonds. Edmonds belted a home run his first time up. No, I'm sorry. Edmonds belted a triple his first time up. It was Roland with a 2-run homer. So an RBI triple for Edmonds his first time up. Pujols gets a lead. 2-2 pitch. Edmonds is out on strikes. Only a lame swing on that one. So 2 down now for Roland. Hit a 2-run homer his first time up. So Stewart in the stretch. 2-1 offering. Line to short. And Weiss will make the catch just inches from the ground. So that'll do it for the Cardinals in the third. And after 3 full, it remains St. Louis 3 and Oakland nothing. Javier, McGwire, and Weiss for Oakland here in the top of the fourth. Carpenter with 48 pitches through 3 innings. Carpenter gets the sign. 1-0 pitch. Hitting the ground in the third. Long hop to Roland. Throws across to get Javier for out number 1. So 5-3 on the putout. And bring up McGwire. McGwire 0 for 1 today. Ground ball back to short in the first. 2-2 count. Carpenter's pitch. Low and away. McGwire reaching for it. Strikes out. So 3rd K of the day for Carpenter. That'll bring up Weiss. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Weiss. And Weiss pops it up to shallow left center. Langford slices in and makes the catch. So that'll do it for Oakland here in the fourth. And through 3.5, it's St. Louis is shutting out Oakland by a score of 3-0. Sanders up now. He'll lead it off for the Cardinals here in the home half in the fourth. Sanders 0 for 1 today. Here's the windup in the pitch. Wide of the strike zone, and Sanders will be on with a leadoff walk. Let's see here. We're going to try to steal. So Langford steps in. He's 1 for 1. Here it comes. Sanders didn't get a good jump. It's a pitch out. And he decides not to go. So 1-0 count. So they won't try to steal now. Sanders gets a lead. 3-1 pitch. Hit hard. But it will hang up. And Javier will make the catch for out number 1. So Matheny up now. Matheny 0 for 1 today. Sanders tries to get a lead off first. Comes to the set. 1-2 pitch. Pulls it foul. It's not going to be foul, and the catch will be made near the line of fair territory by Polonez. Wynn seemed to get a hold of that one. So 2 down now for Carpenter. Struck out his first time up. 2-2 pitch on Carpenter. Stewart delivers and gets him again for a strikeout. So Stewart has 4 strikeouts now, 2 of them Carpenter. So that'll do it for St. Louis in the fourth. So we'll head to the fifth with Oakland down by 3. Hasse will lead it off for the Athletics. He's 0 for 1 today. Pitch to Hasse. Hit hard to short. Second hop comes in for Renteria. Throws over for the out. Score that is 6-3 in the putout. So 1 gone in the Oakland fifth. It'll be up Henderson, who's 0 for 1. He'll bat from the right side. Of course, because he is a righty. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Henderson pumps 1 towards corner and left. Just foul. So 0-2 the count on Henderson. 2-strike offering. It's a breaking ball. And Henderson will go down and strikes as he misses that one by a foot. So 2 down now in the Oakland fifth. It'll be up Stewart. Pitch on the way. Stewart with a fly ball. The short right center. Angling in for Sanders and gloves it for out number 3. So halfway through the game, St. Louis 3-0. So top of the order, Womack, Renteria, and Pujols will be up against Stewart here in the bottom of the fifth. Womack 1 for 2 on the day. Here's a 3-2 pitch to the left side for Langsford. Gloves it over to McGwire for out number 1. Renteria up now. Renteria looking for his first hit. Here's the delivery. Swinging a soft liner out to right. Javier sprints in, but he'll back off. Conceding the hit to Renteria. So Renteria on with a 1-out single. So that'll bring up Pujols with 1 out. McGwire holding on Renteria. Here's the 3-1 pitch. As Pujols is 2 for 2. Popped foul outside first. McGwire will take care of it. So Pujols with a foul out to first. So 2 down now. Jim Edmonds up now. I think we're going to try to steal here. Try to get in scoring position for Edmonds. Here's the delivery. Renteria is going. Pitches a ball. Hasse throws to second. Renteria slides. And he's out. So Renteria gets gunned down, trying to get in scoring position. So we'll head to the 6th with the score. The Athletics 3. St. Louis, the Cardinals 3, and the Athletics nothing. So Oakland will send up their top of the order, Polonia, Lansford, and Phillips against Carpenter. Carpenter, 65 pitches through 5. So Polonia, 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out his last time up, 0-2 count. 1 Harper, picked up by Womack, and that'll be 1 away. Lansford up now, 2 for 2 on the day. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Carpenter kicks and fires. Grounder right up the middle. Womack up with it. Throws on the run. Close play. And gets Lansford. So Lansford thought he had himself another hit there, but Womack is able to prevent that. So 2 down now. As Tony Phillips comes up. Phillips in search of his first hit of the day. 1-1 pitch. Shot into the hole. And past Renteria. And he gets his wish as he gets a base hit. So Phillips not a threat to steal. Is a very good runner, but not a threat to steal. But Pujols will still hold him on. So it brings up Javier. Javier 0 for 1 on the day. He's thrown out by Rowland his last time up. So pitch to Javier, skied to center. Edmonds is there and makes the grab. So we'll move to the home half of the 6th with St. Louis on top by 3. So Jed Edmonds, who was up to the plate when Renteria got gunned down by Hasse, will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a solo home run. With a triple. RBI and a run scored. Struck out his last time. Outfield straightaway. Stewart has the sign. 2-2 offering. Edmonds into center. Henderson holds his ground and squeezes it for out number 1. So Stewart up to 90 pitches now, with 1 out here in the 6th. So alrighty, so rolling up now. 1 out here in the 6th. Stewart looks in for the sign from Hasse. Here's the delivery. 3-2 pitch. And lays off a pitch low and off the plate. So Rowland draws the walk. So McGwire holds him on. Sanders comes to the plate now. Sanders 0 for 1 officially. Also walked once. So here's the delivery. Chopped to short. Cut off by Lansford. He'll have to go to first, and he'll get him. So Rowland moving in scoring position now with 2 down. So that brings up Langford. 1 for 2 on the day. Stewart back on the rubber. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball between first and second. Phillips with the grab. Throws over for the out. Score that at 4-3 to end the inning. So it remains St. Louis 3 and Oakland nothing. So the only scoring in the bottom of the 1st by the Cardinals. Since then, it's been all goose eggs for both teams. As Stewart has shut him down after that. And Carpenter continues to put up goose eggs. So it'll be McGwire, Weiss, and Hasse. So McGwire comes up 0 for 2. strikeout victim his last time up. Here it comes. Up the middle. Renteria. Pujols. And McGwire is gone. Renteria throws him out, so 6-3 on the putout. Walt Weiss up now. 0 for 2 on the day. 3-1 pitch coming. Hit hard on the ground to the right side. Womack knocks it down. And he cuts down Weiss at first. So 2 down now. In the 7th inning for Oakland. Brings up Hasse, 0 for 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he strikes out for the 2nd time today. So Carpenter with 5 Ks now. And we'll head to the home half of the 7th inning stretch time here in St. Louis. As the crowd sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," which you cannot hear because there's no sound in this game. So Mike Matheny up now. He'll lead it off for the Cardinals here in the 7th. Matheny 0 for 2 on the day. Stewart looks in. 2-2 offering. Ties him up on the fastball up and in. And he strikes out. So Stewart's 5th K of the day. So Carpenter will hit for himself here. That means he'll pitch at least another inning. Stewart has his number. Struck him out twice already. Stewart winds and deals. And it's called strike 3. So Carpenter has struck out 3 times against Stewart. So 2 outs now for Womack. Womack 1 for 3 on the day. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Stewart kicks and delivers. Ground ball right to McGwire. He's got it. On a waist high hop. Outruns Womack to the bag. And Cardinals go in order in the 7th. So we head to the 8th. Carpenter needed just 10 pitches last inning. So he's just has a respectable 85 pitches through 7 innings. So he could possibly close this one out. So Henderson up now. Henderson 0 for 2 on the day. Carpenter has allowed just 4 hits for Oakland. Henderson struck out last time up. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. On the wicked slider by Carpenter. 6 Ks now for Carpenter. And Henderson strikes out for the 2nd time in a row. And let's see, they'll probably pinch hit for Stewart, I would think, here. Yeah, Dave Parker. A longtime Pittsburgh Pirate. In the twilight of his career will come in to hit. Parker had a fine season for Oakland. Hit .264 with 22 homers and 97 runs batted in. He normally was the DH, but there is no DH in the lineup today, so he's been on the bench up until now. Hit .275 against the righties. And .228 against the lefties. So Carpenter will pitch to Parker here with 1 down. Here's the 1-0 count. Grounded past Carpenter. Over the bag at second. And into center field. So Parker will have himself a pinch hit single. So that'll bring up Polonia. Polonia 1 for 3. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded hard over third. Backhanded by Rowland. To Womack for 1. On to first. Double play. So Rowland with a great play there. Starts the 5-4-3 double play. And that is it. So Oakland gone in the top of the 8th. Todd Burns on the pitch for the Athletics. Burns with a 224 earned run average with a 6-5 record in 1989. Hell, righties hit just 212 against him. Lefties just 172. Only allowed 66 hits and 96 in the 3rd innings. Only 3 homers. 28 walks and 49 strikeouts. Had 8 saves. So Renteria, 1 for 3, comes to the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Changeup. Did he swing? And yes, he did. So Renteria strikes out for out number 1. Pujols up now. Pujols 2 for 3 on the day with a run scored. 2 for 3 in the game. Burns has the sign. 2-0 pitch on Pujols. Pujols lines one to right field alley. This one will get down for extra bases. Pujols takes a hard turn at second, but he holds up there. So a long double. So Pujols is now 3 for 4 with a double. So that'll bring up Edmonds now with a 1 out and runner in scoring position. Edmonds 1 for 3. One delivery, close line to left. And it goes right to Polonio, will make the grab. So Pujols will hold at second. So Scott rolling up now. He's got 2 runs batted in. He had a 2-run home run back in the first. So here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded softly to Lansford. Has it deep at third. Running throw and a hop. It's in the dirt. And picked by McGwire for the out. So fine play by Mark McGwire. And it remains 3-0 as we head to the top of the 9th. So Oakland will need to score 3 in the top of the 9th to have this game continue. But they're going to leave Carpenter in 93 pitches now through 8 innings. So he will attempt to close it out here and get the shutout. So he'll have to face Lansford, Phillips, and Javier. Lansford 2 for 3 on the day. The only one who's really hit Carpenter hard at all. He has 2 of the 5 hits. He has 1-1 pitch. Lansford pops it up out to shallow center. Edmonds waits for it to come down and squeezes it for out number 1. So Tony Phillips up now 1 for 3 on the day. Javier in the on-deck circle. He singled off Carpenter in the 6th, 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4. So Carpenter not very happy with that call. So that's going to bring up Javier. Stan Javier 0 for 2 on the day. Also walked once. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Grounded right up the middle. Renteria can't reach it. And Javier has a base hit to center. So the tying run will come up here now. With 1 down. And the dangerous Mark McGwire up now. So let's see here. Who do we have in the bullpen here? Jason Isringhausen. I think we're going to have to bring in Isringhausen here to close it out. So that is going to be it for Isringhausen as LaRussa gets the ball from him. Oops. So Isringhausen comes in, needing to get 2 outs. And then reduce a double play. So Isringhausen had a fine year in 2004. Had a record of 4-2 with 2.87 earned run average, 47 saves, 75 in a third innings pitch, 55 hits allowed, 5 home runs surrendered, which we do not want to see now, and 23 walks and 71 strikeouts. Righties hit just 195 against him, with lefties just 205. So McGwire would retire shortly before the St. Louis Cardinals would make it to the World Series, or else he would have been on both World Series teams. But he retired prior to this. So Isringhausen looks in for the sign from Matheny. Nods his head, looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. Full count now. Uh-oh. Kick and delivery. Swings and misses. Swung too early on that one. And strikes out. So McGwire tried to tie up the game with one swing of the bat. But Isringhausen gets him for out number 2. Walt Weiss up now. Hitless on the day. So Oakland down to the last out here. As Isringhausen looks in for the sign. Looks at Phillips at second. Kicks and delivers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's launched with authority. Deep to right center field. Edmonds breaks back. Circles toward right. The ball is over his head. Phillips scores. Weiss has a 2-base hit. Uh-oh. Javier's around third and a hold there. So Walt Weiss almost ties it up. Never mind Mark McGwire. Walt Weiss with the power display there. So that's going to put the tying run in scoring position now for Ron Hasse. As La Russa goes out to talk to Isringhausen, Matheny joins in the conversation. So St. Oakland threatening to tie the game. So Ron Hasse struck out twice against Carpenter. 0 for 3 officially. Everybody goes back to their positions. Matheny behind the plate. Gives him the sign. Isringhausen nods his head. Looks at the runner. Javier at third. Kicks and delivers. 3-2 on Hasse. Israel comes home. Check swinging an appeal. And Hasse gets rung up. And that's the game. So Hasse not happy on that one as he thought he checked his swing there. Still arguing, but to no avail. And the St. Louis Cardinals hold on and defeat the Oakland Athletics 3-1 in a thrilling ninth inning there. As St. Louis had the tying run in scoring Oakland had the tying run in scoring position. And Walt Weiss almost hit one out. That one just inches away from coming out as it hit high off the wall. But who would have thunk Walt Weiss almost tied it up with a home run? So I'm just curious here how many home runs Walt Weiss had. He only had 3 home runs on the actual season. That would have been an anomaly there if he would have hit a home run. So we'll save the stats. So let's check the box score here. Gotta remember how to do the box score. There we go. Alright. Ooh, that's small print. Alrighty, so let's look at the box score here. So Carpenter gets the win, 1-0. Isringhausen the save. Carpenter goes 8 1/3 innings, allowing 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. Isringhausen gets the save. He definitely earned that one. 2/3 of an inning. 1 hit allowed. 2 strikeouts. That hit was almost a home run, but not quite. Thankfully. So for the St. Louis Cardinals, Womack was 1 for 4. Renteria 1 for 4. Pujols was 3 for 4 with a run scored. Edmonds 1 for 3 with an RBI triple and a run scored. Scott Rolen with a 2-run homer. 1 for 3. Sanders was 0 for 2. Langford 1 for 3. Matheny 0 for 3. Carpenter 0 for 3 at the plate. Struck out 3 times. Isringhausen did not get in a bat. For Oakland, Polonia was 1 for 4. Langford 2 for 4. Phillips was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Javier 1 for 3. McGwire 0 for 4. Weiss 1 for 4 with an RBI. Almost had himself a 3-run homer there. Hasse 0 for 4. Henderson 0 for 3. Stewart 0 for 2. Parker 1-for-1. And Burns did not get an at-bat. Player of the game, I think we have to give it to Carpenter still. Okay, Chris Carpenter gets player of the game. Yeah, he'll earn that one. And I'll show the score sheet for Clinton Parks and anyone else that would like to see it. So there's your score sheet. And then we'll get into the game log in a second. So there's the game log. I'll scroll down in a second. And there's the rest of the game log. Alright. And we'll exit the game. So, alright. So, we've played 4 games now from each division. We still have 4 more games to play for each division. So, we're halfway at the halfway mark now. So, again, I'll do as I usually do. If you see any matchups in here that you'd like to see, right now we can play any of these games because we've evened. We still have 4 games to play in each division, so whatever you would like to see, if you see anything that looks appealing, I'll scroll down the second to the other lower portion of it. So there's the lower portion of it there. So let me know if there's anything you'd like to see, otherwise I'm just going to pick one randomly, one that looks appealing to me. So that is it from the all-time ELO. Still day 1. Standings are starting to take shape here. So take care, God bless, and we will see you in the next all-time ELO using Diamond Mine Baseball. And if you like these videos, definitely like and subscribe. We appreciate you watching. Miss Mags here is the co-host, and Mr. Brody. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.